Where is this then? Hello everybody. Welcome to another video set in Fallout 4 on the PS5. So this is my second playthrough. And it's a relatively new character. I think she's only level 17. And you can see how much of the map I've been exploring, even so young and tender. I've been way out of here, Diamond City. Fallon's department store. Somerville Place. So I don't recommend doing that. That's such a low level. Croup Manor. Have I been to? I haven't been to Spectacle Island yet. Oh, I don't think I have. No. Spectacle Island's there. But really, you shouldn't be getting further than kind of the middle of the map until you're at least level 30. So I'm half the levels I should be before coming out here and tackling all this kind of much more dangerous stuff. And where is here? Coastal Cottage. So when you get Coastal Cottage, it's a bit of a rubbish site, especially in the vanilla game. Because in the vanilla game you can't get rid of quite a lot of the stuff that's here. This crappy old house, for instance, you can't get rid of that. And there's a great big crater in the middle of the house. In fact, it forms a cave. So as you can see, I'm building quite a large house here. For the moment, I'm incorporating the old house. But in the crater, the bottom of the crater, the cave where you first encounter a couple of quite high-end dangerous Mirelurks. You need to kill them to acquire the site to make their workshop available. They come out of this cave, and you may or may not get attacked by 2 or 3 quite high level gunners. This basement level I've also put into what was formerly the cave, because using mods I've managed to scrap or delete a lot of the surrounding boulders and turf and so on, and a rubbishy copse of dead trees that are about here. But you can only do that on mods if you have particular mods active, like scrap that settlement or scrap that commonwealth. I suppose particularly the latter, scrap that commonwealth, because it enables you to scrap more things. I'll go into that and show you. So you can also scrap this large piece of turf there. And then you can scrap these buildings, which in the vanilla game I think you're stuck with. And the old house, you can scrap all that. I don't think you actually get much in the way of components or materials from scrapping these things, because you're not supposed to be able to scrap them. But you can see how deep the former cave goes. If I can get this out of the way so I can actually look down the hole. Oh, never mind. You can see right down into the basement, the cellar, because this is the basement. Scrapping all that crap enables you to put 2 levels of the house underground, below the ground level. So it's a great place to tuck away some of your machinery. I'll put a fusion generator there eventually. And maybe another water pump. Maybe some crafting benches, yeah. So that's the floor of the former cave there. It's a pity you can't harvest resources when you're doing that, because you'd get such a lot of stuff. You might get concrete from stone and wood from all the roots and trees and shrubbery that you get rid of. Another mod I have active is Settlements Extended. Which pushes the borders out quite far on most sites. I'm not quite sure if it's massively bigger on this site. I can't remember. It's quite a while since I've actually played this game in the vanilla. I've been watching a lot of kind of period dramas, things like Poldark and Bleak House. All these costume dramas set in Georgian and Regency England, places like Cornwall. I think Poldark is set in Devon and Cornwall. That's what this area reminds me of. Devonshire or Cornish coast. If you imagine there weren't factories and massive roads, viaducts over there. Imagine the sea was a bit closer and crashing against the rocks. But anyway, that's why I'm building this thing to look like a Georgian house from about that time. About the time of the Mad King George was on the throne of England. And the French Revolution was kicking off. Then all other monarchies in Europe were getting a bit antsy because there's a revolutionary fever. And of course America was busy kicking out the British. The American Revolutionary War War of Independence was I suppose reaching its conclusion. Which is kind of pertinent to the whole Boston, Massachusetts thing and the Minutemen and all that Fallout lore. The abolition of slavery and so on came later. I think there are movements afoot in the English Parliament to banish slavery at that time. Something that so many people forget is Britain, or England I should say, primarily, was responsible for banishing slavery, for making slavery illegal. The first European nation, in fact almost the first nation in the world to outlaw slavery. Certainly within the British Isles, within the Commonwealth. So that's why I built this place to look like this. Or I'm still building it actually, as you can see. You can probably tell from all the holes in the walls, all the massively incomplete structures. The building very much in progress. Double skinned wall though. You know, that interior wall is open to the exterior wall. But that's the benefit of mods. You've got the retextures. So this is in the concrete menu. Go to the concrete menu. That's a standard vanilla concrete you'll be familiar with. Then the retextures, which is the mod unlocked settlement objects USO integrated structures. And you've got brick. So I've got red brick. And this is what I'm using a lot of. This dark red brick. It's more a sort of burgundy or whatever. White brick. I don't think white brick is good for public toilets and factories, that kind of thing. Or asylums and hospitals. Various stone textures. Castle stone, I've been using that a lot. Particularly for edging windows and door frames and so on. And church stone, using the dark. There are two types of church stone. There's this dark stuff. There's also a pink church stone, like pink granite. It's black marble. A pale, kind of a creamy coloured marble. It's quite nice. And of course a more variegated granite, marble. More marbled marble. It's got that marbling all through it. Quite a pretty stone. And for the interior, well, I've got so many things come with mods, particularly Mod USO unlock settlement objects. Look at it. Look at this. All the pre-war textures and so on. If you're doing a modern building, then that'd be ideal. You can even have it rusty. If you want to repair the buildings and the tin houses in Sanctuary Hills. Institute. Whoa, that's nice and yellow. It doesn't really appeal to me, a bit too yellow. Probably good for factories and that kind of thing. And White Institute, which is nice and very clean, modern looking. But what I've been using the house interiors, because it looks a bit like wallpaper, and things like this. It's really that sort of donut shack kind of stuff. This is quite a nice one. It's not going to go here for some reason. We got too much in the way. Ah, well, never mind. Oh yes, there's this one there, and there. But it means that you can have the appearance of wood paneling or wallpaper on the interior walls, which is much more realistic. And if you are building a vault, then you've got these ones. That'd be quite good for a ship or something of that nature. Something. In fact, it is very like the colour of ships. Certainly below the waterline, they have that kind of iron oxide red, rust, anti-fouling paint, I think it is, to stop barnacles and seaweed. Anyhow, that's what I've been doing. This is my fast travel mat. And this is where I sleep, because I haven't put any bedding down yet. Not quite sure how to progress with this building. I'm still going along with the sort of Georgian or Regency theme. A very English style. Now, I hope you find it interesting, possibly inspiring. If you like this, give it a like. And a thumbs up the video. If you want to see more, you can subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And you'll be directed to more and similar content by me or other people that do similar stuff to this. Build videos or tips and tricks, Fallout and other games, similar games. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Maybe join me again in another video. Ta-ta for now. Cheerio.